10 months with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7, and what a 10 months it has been. This phone launched last year in July of 2025, and two of the main things was like the biggest flex window cover screen Samsung has ever put on a flip phone, and then the most controversial chip decision Samsung has made in years, because yes, this isn't running a Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. It's running Exynos. Here in the US especially. I mean, other markets, it's been like that, but here in the US running Exynos, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about it. But let's get right into design and build. So with this design, it's been refined over the past, since its creation of the original Flip. But I do have a case that does cover the sides. It is from Thinborn. I'll be leaving links in the description down below, but also does support MagSafe. So there's that this phone doesn't support. The case does, so that's great. I get to wirelessly charge it magnetically. But I love this phone, and I've had people stop me and ask me, like, what phone are you using? Because even though it's been out for years, some people still don't even know that a flip like this does exist, especially now that we have a full screen cover. And then when you open it and you unfold, you get a full inner display. A lot of people still are surprised about that. But I gotta tell you that I love this outer display. Like, this is just great. Absolutely, it's just an absolute beauty. It's great. I mean, you get to use full-fledged apps on this. Call of Duty and Clash of Clans, maybe not so much. Like, it works, it's not practical, but YouTube Studio, browsing the web, using it for like X or the Collector app, even messaging on WhatsApp, those are a little bit better than gaming. I'll tell you that. Maybe if we didn't have the cameras and it was just old display, maybe it would add some more space. But then again, I would probably recommend you playing those apps with the inner display, which by the way is great. Now, when I first got this, that crease was there, but it was so much better than its predecessors that when you ran your finger across, you wouldn't feel it. But obviously, the more that you fold it in and out, like you unfold it and then you fold it, it's going to start to wear. And while it's still not as bad as its predecessors, I notice it a bit more, but on a day-to-day use, this phone does not, at least when you think about the crease, it annoys you, but 99% of the time, you're not gonna be thinking about the crease. Unless you just are stuck on the idea of having a crease, then I wouldn't recommend you picking this phone up or any fold. But if you just think about it, like when you first pick it up and then just move on, you're not gonna have any problems. And most times, like, I'll tell you this, most times using this phone, my finger doesn't run through the crease part. If I need to swipe up, I'm swiping, but my thumb is barely reaching the crease. If I need to swipe down, it's barely reaching the crease. So it's like the crease is like right center in the middle. It's at a point where like I actually don't interact with it that much, so it doesn't really get in the way of my use. But other than that, both the inner and outer displays are perfect. I mean, they're running 120 hertz, both inner and outer, and the quality obviously is gorgeous. I do like how Samsung with this Flip 7 decided to make the inner display a bit wider than its predecessors, because I mean, yeah, it's a tall phone, but I also do appreciate having a little bit more width to use it, especially for texting. I mean, texting on past Flips were a little bit hard, and I remember I used like the Flip 3 religiously as my main device after the testing period, and it was something I just couldn't get used to. I would just always make mistakes and struggle a lot when I was texting or like sending message, whatever, with the Flip 3. But they fixed that obviously here after many, many years. So overall with this design and build, I like it. I like the flat corners, and I do like this case as well. This is just the case that I rock. I do have like this mint green color, but again, I do cover it most of the times. Maybe if I'm just taking like photos of the product itself and just sharing, the Flip 7 online, then yeah, I'll take off the case. But on a normal day, this is the case that I use, and it doesn't really add too much bulk either. I also do have a screen protector here on the cover display, because obviously when you fold it, this is still exposed. The inner display, not so much, right? But when you fold it, yeah, that outer display is still exposed, so I wouldn't want that to get scratched whatsoever. It does have IP rating, which is good. I mean, it's not like IP68, but still IP48, which is not too bad. But yeah, I don't use it in the water, so I'm not too worried about getting it, you know, submerged underwater. Like, I'm not taking this in a pool or anything like that. But overall, design is a huge plus. And I think this kind of went under the radar. The Fold 7 was the star of the show, of the event. I think this should have got some more of the spotlight. But with the software and the performance, here's where things get a little bit of, you know, a conversation starter. Because the Exynos chipset in this, the Exynos 2500, is inside this phone. Not the Snapdragon 8 Elite that's found in the Fold 7. But I'll tell you this, even with 12 gigs of RAM, it's currently running the One UI 8.5 beta on Android 16. I have not noticed a difference on this phone. Whether it came with the Snapdragon 8 Elite or with its current Exynos 2500, I've not noticed any difference whatsoever. I mean, it's buttery smooth. It doesn't lag whatsoever. The apps open fast. I mean, I'm not here kind of putting phones side by side and running benchmark scores. That's not me. But playing Clash of Clans, Call of Duty Mobile, like, it just tackles everything that I want. Opening up all my social media apps, watching YouTube videos, browsing the web. It's just really fast. In real daily use, they're opening instantly. Scrolling is smooth. Multitasking is seamless. This chip is excellent. Honestly, I don't have any problems with this. I don't think it has impacted any part of the phone. Like, the battery life also, which I'm going to get to in a little bit, is also really good. I think it's pretty power efficient, honestly. This phone, it's portable and it has good battery life, has good performance. I mean, honestly, you really can't go wrong with this. But getting back into the day-to-day performance, this phone has not slowed down whatsoever. Again, if you're like a heavy user and you're doing everything on your phone, then yes, it's going to take a toll on the battery life. Again, I'll get into that in a moment. But it's not going to have any issues, you know, lagging or anything like that. If you're not like a light user, you don't use your phone too often, well, have no fear. 12 gigs of RAM obviously is included in here, and it keeps apps in memory good and well. I mean, I rarely experience app reloads. Now, there is RAM plus virtual RAM, which is up to 12 gigs of extra allocated from the storage, and that will help handle heavier multitasking loads. You know, I'm not too focused on that. I mean, I'm not doing anything too heavy intensive on this phone anyway. Casual gaming, again, it's great. Honestly, I would put Clash of Clans in the category of casual gaming, and I think Call of Duty is like mid-tier. I don't think it's demanding, like heavy demanding gaming, but I think it is mid-tier, and it still does very good. It still runs very, very smooth. Does this phone get a tad bit warm, especially when playing Call of Duty Mobile? A little bit, but it's not bad at all. Now, One UI 8, Samsung's One UI has become my favorite custom OEM skin. I mean, from the days of TouchWiz to Samsung Experience and now to One UI, this has been great. It truly has, and Samsung has been doing great in the software department. I mean, One UI 8.5 is on this right now, currently running Android 16. You really cannot go wrong. 7 years of software updates. I mean, Samsung, please keep it up. You're getting Galaxy AI features, and new ones are continuously getting pushed out to older devices. Like, when new AI features come out, they're getting pushed out to older devices. I like how Samsung is committed to offering great software support, something that they were lacking way before. There is DeX mode on this, Samsung DeX, which is essentially like a desktop-like interface. For a flip phone, this is actually pretty cool. I'll tell you this, I tried it once just to, you know, experiment, and it seems useful. I just don't have, like, I'm not in a situation where I'm using Samsung DeX, I'll put it that way. But if I were to, then I know, like, I can just carry a portable monitor and use Samsung DeX with the Flip 7, and I'm all set to go. Like, I'll have that desktop-like interface just from my phone. I don't use it, but I know that it's there, and I do appreciate it. But there are some people that use Samsung DeX and have wanted a Flip for so long, but it didn't support it before. Now it does, and now you get it. Now the cameras are pretty decent. It's a 50 megapixel main camera setup and a 12 megapixel ultra wide, which I think the second lens is a decent lens, and it's the correct lens to use an ultra wide rather than a telephoto for the secondary lens. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Again, this is the same setup from the Flip 6, and rumors are kind of showing that the Flip 8 is probably going to have the same, so its successor is going to have the same camera setup, which is, Samsung, please focus a little bit more on your flip cameras. I feel like Samsung should release in the folds and the flip, like the foldable department, like a regular flip, not like the FE, but like a regular flip, and then like a Flip Pro, a fold and a fold Pro or something like that, because I would love to have a triple camera setup with pro grade camera quality on a flip. Honestly, that would be great. I mean, this camera is good. The camera quality is good. And the fact that you can take selfies with the 50 megapixel camera just because, you know, you have this cover display, it's cool. I don't really take selfie photos, so that's not too much of an issue for me. But I mainly use this camera setup when I'm, you know, during my testing period and when I'm kind of switching back and forth just to share photos, like quick photos on social media or family and friends. That's really it. Primarily, you know, texting family and friends, sharing photos and videos with them. However, when it comes to social media, I still would prefer to have good quality, and I feel like it's just not up to at least my standards. But again, everyone is different. The cameras are good. They're just not going to be like pro camera quality. I mean, for $1099, $1,100, I think the cameras definitely could be better, both in photos and videos. Don't get me wrong, they're still good, but they're just not up there, especially when you compare it to its price. The battery life has been pretty good. I mean, one, you get a physically larger battery, 4,300 milliamp hour battery, which is a meaningful improvement over its predecessor, and it's solid. It still has 25 watts of wired charging, which is not great, and like 15 watts of wireless. So in that terms, like, it's not the greatest, but I mean, I'm still getting like 5.5 hours of screen on time versus predecessors like 4.5-ish hours of screen on time. You know, most nights I can make it through a full day. I barely make it. I'll put it that way. Like, I have to bring my usage down to like moderate sometimes, or most times actually. Once I start using it like as a heavy user, that's when I have to be near a charger by like 7 p.m. and I know I'm still going to be using it after 7 p.m., especially if I'm just doing like administrative work for the business, then I still need to use my phone. I have to put it in charge. But other than that, like, it's not too bad. It's definitely an improvement over its predecessor. But even though I don't like how it has 25 watts of wired charging, which is super slow, I charge it the slower way, which is with this case and MagSafe, because I just charge it overnight most times. Like, if I'm not using it, if I don't need to use it for the rest of the night, then I'll just put it on MagSafe charger and charge it overnight. That's really it. But it's been pretty good. I mean, it's the best battery life that I've gotten on a flip. And I've been using the Z Flips since the Flip 3. I didn't get the chance to use the Flip and the Flip 5G. So I've seen the improvements at least for the past like 5 years. And I am excited to try out its successor, the Flip 8, and its battery life whenever that does come out. But just to kind of wrap things up, the big question here, has this aged well? Yes, it has. It does great in really every single category. I mean, it's still really portable, but you get the full on-screen use, and you can use full-fledged apps like this. Obviously, you need to use like Good Lock and the launcher and stuff like that. But you get to use full-fledged apps on the cover screen, which is awesome. Has beautiful inner screen. Samsung has made improvements in the crease, improved hinge, improved battery life, great software support, decent cameras. I mean, it's a good package. Obviously, there's always room for improvement, and Samsung can definitely improve, maybe in the cameras too, especially. But overall, it's been great. It's also been on a price discount throughout the past like 9 months. It's like it's always gone on sale, and it will continue to go on sale. That's just Samsung devices. Like, the first month, it will be at full price, and then like literally like a month and a half, 2 months after launch, it'll start to go on sale. But here's the thing, its successor is rumored to come out in July of this year, so that's like 2-3 months away. You know, I've used this phone for 9-10 months now, and it's almost coming to an end because I will be switching to the Flip 8 when it does come out. But does that mean you should wait? If you're in need of a phone right now, don't wait, because rumors are suggesting we're not going to get huge upgrades like we did from Flip 6 to Flip 7. We're going to get some upgrades, but they're not going to be substantial. They're not going to be like, okay, I need the new phone. So if you're in need of a new phone, get the Flip 7. But if you can wait 2 months and you want to check out the latest Flip from Samsung in the next couple months, I'd say wait, because they're also going to release some folds, and maybe you just be more enticed to pick up a fold or their rumored Galaxy Wide Fold, the wide version of their folding phone. So yeah, but overall, I've enjoyed it. It's been great. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely be sure to smash the like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because my TV closed. And best of all, check out my latest wallpaper pack. It is called Aura Layers. Links will be in the description down below. It goes a long way in helping out the channel. And I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.